The city sleeps, and I awaken. As deep night falls, after the last sounds in the city quiet down and the last lights are extinguished, I find myself utterly alone. This is when the ancient city feels as if it breathes in silence. Its old walls, which have witnessed centuries of tales, embrace me. The air carries the scent of old earth and the fragrance of warm stone that has retained the day's heat. Sometimes I sit on an abandoned stair step, or in a hidden corner behind a dried-up fountain. The stars in the sky become clearer in this profound silence, as if illuminating my path in this forgotten world. I watch the moon cast long shadows on the narrow alleys, like ghosts of past stories. I will tell you about my companions in this solitude. Strangely, in this absolute solitude, I don't always feel lonely. There are my silent companions, the stray cats that slink from the shadows, the sounds of the wind whispering in the cracks, and even the mice that dance lightly in the dark. Each of them has its own life, and each strives to survive. We are all nocturnal creatures, living on the margins of the waking human world. Sometimes I imagine that I am part of this city's history. Perhaps there were vagrants like me in the past, sleeping in the same places, watching the same houses. Perhaps they felt the same emotions, dreamed the same dreams. This thought gives me a strange sense of belonging, as if I am a link in an endless chain of silent tales. Waiting for the dawn. Time passes very slowly in these late hours. Every minute seems like an hour, and every hour like an entire night. Sometimes the cold assails me, and I huddle closer to shield myself from its harshness. Other times, thoughts of the past come to me, memories of a life I lived before I found myself here. But I quickly chase them away, for the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. All I possess is this moment, this night, and this silence. And as dawn approaches, the scene changes again. The sky begins to shift, from its profound blackness to a dark blue, then to pink and orange hues. This is when I prepare to disappear once more. I leave my spot in the alleys and search for a shaded corner to spend the day, away from prying eyes. I leave behind the stories of the night, to begin a new story with each dawn. Thus, my memoirs continue, pages written every night, under the canopy of the sky, witnessed by the ancient city houses that still tell their secrets to those who listen. From the pleasant experiences I've had. The silence of solitude between closed apartment walls. Night after night, I would see a solitary man sitting in front of a lit screen in an upstairs apartment. Sometimes I would see his hand raise a cup, and sometimes he would tiredly wipe his face. He didn't seem to do much, just sit. On some nights, the light stayed on until the early morning hours. This man always sparked my curiosity. Is he working? Is he suffering from insomnia? Or is he simply lonely, finding no one to share his nights with? I remembered that loneliness is not exclusive to those who sleep on the streets, it can also reside behind bright lights. Perhaps you'd like me to tell you about a hidden exchange. One day, while hiding in a narrow alley, I saw an old woman place a plate of food in front of her doorstep, then quickly retreat inside. Moments later, a fat cat appeared out of nowhere and devoured the food with relish. I hadn't seen the cat before, and the old woman wasn't waiting for its stay. It was a hidden exchange of unspoken kindness. Such moments give me a sense that there is hidden good circulating in this city, and that good deeds don't always need witnesses. These are just glimpses of what my eyes see every night. Every window, every shadow, every faint sound tells me a part of the story of this city and its inhabitants. And I continue to observe, for every night brings with it more silent tales waiting to be discovered.